Sunday Backyard Farmer is about to sample the Cabbage Casserole.
You got bacon in it?
No.
It tastes familiar. I don't know what it tastes like, but it tastes familiar. It tastes pretty good. It tastes better than what I thought it was gonna taste.
So there's cabbage, ground turkey, tomato sauce, a bunch of flavors and seasonings, cheese.
Yeah, I just remember what it tastes.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Sunday Backyard Farmer.
This morning.
Good morning, Madam
morning.
Chair and
Good
Board of
morning.
Commissioners. It's my pleasure to be before you. Once again, my name is Dorcia Simmons. I'm President and Chair of Douglas County Travel and Tourism, and this is Ebony Hammonds. This is Ebony Hammonds, our Executive Director. It is our pleasure to be before you.
Accomplish, please. One thing.
In order for us to do marketing of the county, we have to have more attractions, right? So that's why I mentioned the museum and Boundary Waters, because, and the reason why I mentioned those, to go even deeper, is the Douglas County government owns those assets. We can't take this money and invest in something that we do not own, okay? So we have to have more attractions. It's wonderful that Six Flags is near us, but it is not ours, okay? And we cannot track the tourism dollars. We have to have assets that we can track the tourism dollars. We do the STAR report, and we have the business intelligence product that I discussed, which is called Arrivalist. When that was pulled up, you could see that they were going to our hotels. We actually, the billboards that are on the highways, we have some dedicated just for our hotels, so that people will know when they're crossing over the state line where to come and stay. So
Got it.
that's very important.
Got it. Good, good. And the Airbnb / short-term rental, can we tell me, how do you guys police that? Because, I mean, is it an honor system of some sort? How do you reassure that those that are using the Airbnbs, and I'm assuming that's the short-term rentals, or is that not? Okay. How do you reassure that you're capitalizing on that sector of the dollars that come through that?
So that doesn't fall under our purview.
Okay.
It is under the county. I believe it's in your zoning department.
Okay.
And you have a partnership with a contractor that is responsible. It's the contractor that I stood before you and recommended.
Got it.
Now, there are some challenges to that, because when I recently looked at the data, it's the enforcement piece. There needs to be greater enforcement. The money is there, but it needs to be greater enforcement.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, there's not enough teeth in this to make sure that those that are using the Airbnb approach are doing the right thing. I'm assuming it's more of an honor system, but we'll get with staff and we'll have that conversation. But do you have any recommendations to staff as to how and what teeth that needs to be in there, so when it goes to that planning and zoning, that we definitely are covered, as opposed to just the honor system?
I don't know necessarily the ins and outs of whether or not it's an honor system, but I know that this board would have to take action, that there are penalties for not, because the business intelligence that is used that tells you where they are, where they're located, send the letters out. But if there aren't penalties attached, then they can just keep, ignoring you. It's like if you're a part of an HOA, right?
I got you.
And you didn't mow your lawn, and they're like, well, you didn't mow your lawn. You didn't mow your lawn. Well, guess what? If there's no fine, and then another fine, and then a lien, then guess what? They will never mow their lawn.
But see,
First, we're not authorized
okay.
by your board to have such interactions. They are a separate 501c3.
Yes.
And so their mission is a little bit different than ours. Ours is very specific, and by law, we have a lot of reporting that we do. We do audits. I mean, we're mandated to do what we do. So I wouldn't mind having a conversation with them, but I would like to take it away from both parties to have someone strategic come in and share with us the better use that could bring whatever assets that we have in there to paint the picture for us,
Got it.
right? I don't want to come in arbitrarily and like, well, you know, I like jazz. Let's have a jazz exhibit. No, it needs to tell a story. It needs to be comprehensive, and it needs to be aligned with data. I'm a data person, because if you don't have the data, don't do it.
Happy Tuesday to you. I'm going to take you for a little sneak preview of our Central Library, where we will be hosting the opening reception for our Black History Film Festival at the end of the month. And I wanted to take you along so that you could see this wonderful asset that the county owns. Enjoy. Happy Wednesday to you. I am leaving my board of directors meeting. It was productive, and now I have work to do. I am excited about my live tonight. I will be solo dolo, but I'm talking about a subject that I am quite passionate about, so I'm looking to have a good time. Whew, and I'm tired, but that's a whole nother thing. Talk to you later.
No one can serve two masters. Either you will hate one and love the other, or you will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. You gotta choose a team. Money is a tool. It shouldn't become your idol. Don't chase money. Let money chase you. I live by that principle. And guess what? Money comes to me. I'm just saying, don't chase money. But money is a tool. So do I tithe? Yes, I tithe off the gross of my income. But let me tell you, when I was on hard times, I tithe off of my child support. I tithe off my student loans. I tithe off of my alimony. I tithe off of any support I got from the government. I tithe it all because you tithe off of the increase. And guess what? God always showed up great, and he provided more than enough. Okay? But I also want to touch on this. Can't serve two masters. I know there's people, they're all into this. Polyamorous, polygamy, open relationships, all this. So here's the deal. You can't serve two masters. And at a time in the Bible, yes, there were multiple wives and stuff. There were kings and people building kingdoms. That wasn't God's original plan for how all that went down. He created a man and a woman. That's his institution. But guess what? Even when men could have multiple wives, guess what? There was always one that they favored over the others. Always one. Because you can't serve two. And at the end of the day, the role of a husband is to serve the needs of his wife. Can you imagine having 10 wives? And the role of a wife is to serve the needs of her husband. And then you sit up there having to compete with somebody else. It doesn't work. Now there's a term called being polyamorous, which, boyfriend, girlfriend, and now we got another boy or girl in there. All of it. I'm going to let you know, if you're in one of those, it's not going to work out. And if you're in an open marriage, it's not a marriage. That's something that society comes up with. And it's just like, well, cheating ain't cheating unless you get caught. So if I tell the person what I'm doing and they're a part of it, and they adultery. Adultery is what God decides it is because he created marriage. So he defines the rules. You define the rules and then you fail, and you're going to fail. It's just like you trying to tell Henry Ford what to do with his car, but you're using technology that's meant for Kia. And you're going to say, well, this is going to work. This is going to work. It's like, it's not going to work because that's not the manufacturer. But you can go ahead. Well, they were together for 20 years and they did whatever. That doesn't mean it was 20 good years and godly years. That just means that it was time spent. You can be in a room with a person for 8 hours and not spend time with them.
Happy Thursday to you. My day has just gone. So anyway, I had to go into the office today. I had various errands that I had to take care of, things I needed to sign, because I'm traveling tomorrow and I will not be in the office. So I had to get things done. And so now I'm getting ready to go and grab a bite to eat. I am hungry. I usually don't eat breakfast, and normally I don't eat lunch either. So today I'm going to have lunch because I'm probably not going to do dinner, and I'm going to work out tonight so I can have a good workout before I leave town. Yes, I was very excited about my live last night. I'm looking forward to some lives that I have planned coming up for my Wisdom Wednesdays. And yeah, whew. But I need to, I have sorted my clothes for my trip in advance, of course. And now when I go home today, this evening, I will pack my clothes, and my husband will get me to the airport in a reasonable amount of time, so I don't have to rush. But I will be checking my bag because I don't want to have to be bothered with that. So yes. And the weather is turning down here in Atlanta. It is almost 70 degrees here, and I'm going up north, and it's not that warm up there. So, but I do have on my yellow sweater and a little white button down. I have on a black skirt and some heels, and I'm like peekabooing, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes. Oh, let me show you my heels. You'd be like, Dorsha, get the whole. Yes, I might have to take a picture so I can show you what I'm working with. Okay. Huh. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna try this restaurant. Never been here before. A recommendation of my friend Alana. And yeah, have a little bit of lunch and then head back home and try to tie up all my loose ends as far as work. And yeah, and still back on the road again of finding my executive assistant that God is sending my way. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. All right, I'll talk to you later.
had access to before, and educating people like, this is how you go cook this or make this food. And who come from Booker T. Washington High School and Magnus Jones, all of the food that we're growing out of there, they take home with their families, and that's how we're first doing it.
Hi guys, my name is Chad. This is like a way of building